Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another custom video, and today we're going to customize this Batman vs. Superman Armored Up Batman. I got this at my local flea market in a 5-figure for $5 bin, and so he was basically a buck, and I thought he was prime to go ahead and do some customizing. So what I'm going to do with this guy is I'm going to basically upgrade the paint on him to make it look a little more worn and just make him look like maybe a $30 figure versus a $10 figure. And we're going to replace the plastic cape with some actual cloth cape. We're going to add some brass here and here and here and some weathering, and then brass up the belt buckle here, and then do some adjustments to the face and bring out all the nice little details of the figure itself. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start customizing. So here we have custom Batman finally complete, and yeah, I really like the way this guy turned out. I think it turned out really, really nice. The paint on it came out really well. I used basically black wash, and I used some silver for dry brushing and some gold for dry brushing, and then I added the custom cape and actually used some mud. A little bit of brown paint, and I'll kind of show that here in a second. Now, as far as articulation on this guy, it did not change whatsoever. Didn't hamper any of the movement of the joints, which is really, really nice. So I'm very thankful for that. So it works still very well as a great action figure, and it just, I think it came out spectacular as far as looks go. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, I think this came out pretty decent. Again, all I did was take a black wash over the existing paint, the gray paint that was on the Batman. I didn't touch the eyes up. I put black wash over it, even black washed his face there, and then I took silver and did some dry brushing along the edges to kind of give it that nice and dirty or chipped up kind of look. In the cape itself, I took a piece of gray cloth that I got at Walmart for $2, and I actually just kind of roughed it up and put it in mud. Took some dirt from out in my yard and just got it dirty. I added some gold highlights at the upper chest there, and I just kept black washing it over and over until all the little lines inside the details of the armor just kept showing up and just really kind of pulled it out. And the top back there, you see a lot of kind of brown up there, kind of muddy looking. That's actually brown paint that I dry brushed there because I had super glued the cape back onto the figure, and it came through, so I kind of blended that color back to the cape. And overall, I mean, I think this came out pretty darn good. I don't know, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I like it. So taking a look at the midsection of the figure, again, it's a lot of black washing, a lot of silver dry brushing along the edges. Everywhere I could find an edge, like on the knuckles and the fingers, the edges of the gauntlets, I used some silver dry brush, and then kind of went over the middle as well. I did add some gold, just kind of pause it here for a second. I did add some gold highlights on his gauntlets there, and if I can get it on camera, and then also some gold bits on the actual gauntlets themselves to kind of make it stand out. But yeah, definitely kind of fun. I also just kind of lift this up. I did a lot of brush work on the back, little bat butt and all that kind of stuff. So that came out, I think, pretty darn good. Again, the cape was just a gray piece of cloth that I got for Walmart for like $2 for a yard of it. And then I roughed up the edges and then just got some dirt and worked it and made a mud out of it and worked it in there. And then, just worked the legs, dry brush, lots and lots of black wash. The belt itself, I left the yellow color. I just added the black wash to it. I didn't do any changes there at all. So taking a look at the legs of the figure, again, it's all black wash on the gray that already existed, taking some silver dry brushing along the edges and along the kind of flat spots here and there, and then adding some gold, and just kind of to show this again. So added gold on the spikes on his boots and on points like right here and on the upper legs as well. So those little kind of rivets, I added some gold there. Just to give it a little bit of breakout, you know, just kind of show off some highlights, and I think that came out really, really well. The cape, again, it's nothing all that brown. That's mud. That's actual mud from my yard. I just picked a handful of it up, made a nice paste, worked it in there, and then I roughed up the edges of the cape to kind of give it that ripped up, worn, just tore up, dirty look, and I think it worked out pretty well. Again, same gray color that the figure comes with, lots and lots of black wash to pull out all those little details. A little bit of dry brushing for the silver, and then adding the gold, and then do a dry brush layer over the gold again. For comparison, here we have my custom armored Batman with the heat shield Batman. Mine says heat shield. I took the accessory off because I was kind of showing the figures themselves. This is the same mold, just different paints. And obviously mine's way different than this one. This one has slightly different molding on the chest up here, and it has a removable helmet. Other than that, the rest of the bodies are exactly the same. This figure came with this type of cape initially, the vinyl cape on there. So I really do like this figure a lot. This is one of my more favorite figures out of the Batman vs. Superman line, but I really like the way the custom came out in comparison, and it just shows the difference, I think, between a good custom paint app onto a figure than what you get straight out of Mattel or even Hasbro today. So there he is, my custom Batman, armored Batman. This was a lot of fun to paint. I think it makes it look like a fantastic figure. Again, this is a $1 figure that I got at the local flea market. I found it in a dollar bin. 5 figures for $5, and I didn't know what I was going to do with the figure. I thought I might give it to a buddy's little kid. He already had the figures, so I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and customize it. And I was watching some Cosplay Chris, yeah, his channel, where he's done that with some Jakks Pacific toys, and I thought, why not do it on a smaller scale? And I think it worked out really, really well. Again, just kind of a flyby. I think that, I mean, it looks pretty good. I think it takes a very base figure, and it makes it look really, really nice. Just kind of the backside. Again, the cape came out really well. Very dirty, muddy, ripped up. And then just kind of the backside of everything there. I mean, it all came out really, really well. I think it works, and it works well for the figure. I wouldn't mind getting maybe a larger version of the figure. Maybe go back and get a DC Multiverse and try customizing it. Very similar kind of fashion. I am working on a Justice Lord Superman from this line as well. So my other Superman figure, I'm going to work on that and see if I can get it to look pretty decent. But I think this came out way better than I had expected, and I paid a total of, I don't know, $3 to do this. So definitely a lot of fun. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear a comment down below. Have you done any customizing of action figures lately? Add a link to the video in the comments down below, or go to my Facebook page, Ultra Maximus Reviews. There's a link in the description. Go there, share pictures, share videos. I'd love to hear from you guys. Definitely a lot of fun. I love to customize figures when I get a chance to, and this definitely came out great. So there he is, my customized armored Batman from Batman vs. Superman.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.